What's your position on climate change?
Well, you know, I think we have to read all the fine print. So every one of the scientists that tell us that climate change is real and being caused by man-made activity also tell us that a single nation acting alone can make no difference at all. So when I see a state like California destroy lives and livelihoods with environmental regulation that will make no difference at all to climate change, when I see the Obama administration take that same regulation and apply it nationally, it will make no difference at all, and yet we're destroying people's lives and livelihoods. I wonder, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this when it won't have any impact? So I think the answer to this problem is innovation, not regulation. But I must say it angers me when liberals say, I'm prepared for you to lose your job in the name of sending a signal to whom? China could care less. In fact, China is delighted that we are not spending any time or energy figuring out clean coal because they're going to go do it.
So ideally, what should be done? What could be done to attack this issue?
Well, I think we have to focus on innovation. We have to focus on innovation. So we have to focus on how to make coal cleaner. Look, coal provides half the energy in this nation still, not to mention around the world. So to say we're going to basically outlaw coal, which is what this administration has done, is so self-defeating. It destroys jobs, it destroys communities, it's not helping us, and it's not helping global warming. So let's get on with the innovation about how to make sure that we actually have clean coal technology. The Chinese will do it if we don't, and they are doing it.
Other than clean coal technology, are there other innovative things that you are excited about that could help attack this problem?
Well, you know, there are lots of wonderful innovative things. The thing that I think we never do is tell people the whole truth. So just as an example, I mean, wind technology is very exciting to people. But do we tell people the truth that it slaughters millions of birds every year? I mean, eagles, falcons, birds that people care about. Do we tell people that it's slaughtering these birds? Does anyone see how, honestly, unsightly those huge wind turbines are on some of the most beautiful hills? In other words, there is no magic answer. There is no perfect source of energy. Every one of them has a downside. Solar is great, but solar takes huge amounts of water. There isn't water in a lot of the places where solar energy works well. We need to, the American people can handle trade-offs. They're pretty smart. Let's tell them the truth about what the trade-offs are, and let's tell them the truth as well about the fine print of the science.
And let me, I guess, in closing, at least on climate change, would you say it's a serious issue facing the country and, in fact, the world?
I think it is, frankly, ridiculous for the Obama administration to call ISIS a strategic distraction and then go on to say that climate change is the single most pressing national security issue of our time. That's hyperbole.
Let me ask you how you feel about it. I'm not asking you what the Obama administration, how they have assessed it. I'm curious what you think about climate change.
I do not think climate change is a national security threat that equals in any way Iran getting a nuclear bomb, ISIS beheading people because of their religion.
Let me rephrase it, or actually just repeat it. Do you think climate change is a serious issue facing the country and the world?
I think it's an issue, and I think we ought to be focusing time, energy, and resources on innovations that will help address this issue. But I think we need to keep it in perspective. I think a far more serious issue is the number of Americans whose lives are tangled up in webs of dependence. I think a far more serious issue is people who aren't getting a good education. I think a far more serious issue are the dangers we face around the world. I think a far more serious issue right now is the fact that our government is a vast, bloated, unaccountable, corrupt bureaucracy. I think every one of those are more pressing and immediate issues.